Hi everyone, welcome to the channel Dadznight2cook. I'm your always tasty, non-time committing, full menu home cooking dad, Chef Manny. Letting you dads out there know that when it's your night to cook, you don't have to pick up the phone and order takeout because a full home cooked meal is only your pantry and refrigerator away from your kids. Dad's night, y'all, Dad's night to cook. And let me tell you, if we haven't heard of it, we ain't cooking it, dads. This is just simple home cooking meals. Now, for tonight's meal, we're going to be doing a side episode called Kicking It. And this Kicking It segment is one of my son's favorite meals that he likes to have. And it's a buffalo chicken quesadilla. Let's get started. So like we said, we're going to be cooking a buffalo chicken quesadilla. And to make the filling, I cook it in a crock pot. Crock pots are really easy. So what I'm in my garage, and I have a refrigerator outside in the garage. What I'll do is I'm going to get some chicken breasts that I have in the freezer here. So I will just need 2 chicken breasts for that buffalo chicken quesadilla, and I'm going to use the smaller of my crock pots, the smaller one, to cook this buffalo chicken quesadilla. So let's get started with our filling for our buffalo chicken quesadilla. So we've gotten our crock pot. I've given it a quick rinse. So we're just gonna plug in our crock pot. Crock pots are really, really easy. They're kind of like that. Set it in the morning and forget it. And when you come home, you got these wonderful meals. This particular meal is gonna cook for about 4 hours on high. Okay, and then we're going to cut it down, and because every chicken's frozen, it's going to take a little longer for our chicken to cook in the crock pot. So we're going to cook it for about 4 hours. Now, I've let the chicken that we got out of the garage freezer sit on the counter for a little bit, just to get some of the hardness of the frozen chicken off, just so you can set it into your crock pot. So from the bag, we're going to put it directly into our crock pot. Easy peasy, pumpkin weezy. And you know I always have my seasoning ready. So all I have is a teaspoon of salt and a half teaspoon of pepper. That's it. So I'm going to put that directly into my crock pot. Give it in evenly, spread, and that's all. Now, the other ingredients that we'll need from our cabinet is our pantry is I use a buffalo sauce. I'm not sponsored by any particular brand, as you know. So I can't say it's just a generic brand, but it's a particular brand that I use, but it's a buffalo sauce. And that's the kind I use. Now, we can go into the whole process of making our own, but it's so time consuming. And like I said, this is a non-time consuming cooking channel, okay? So what we'll need from the refrigerator, we got our chicken in, we got our seasoning in. We'll need a 8 ounce of cream cheese. Now, yeah, this is an 8 ounce of cream cheese. So you get your cream cheese from the refrigerator, and then we'll put that into our buffalo quesadilla. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put the whole 8 ounces, I got my spatula, and just put the whole 8 ounces into your crock pot. Straight in, no problem. Put that in there, and then we're gonna take our buffalo sauce, so the whole content of the buffalo sauce into your crock pot. And then you put the top on. You put it on high, you push this baby back into the corner, and leave it in there for 4 hours. All right, so we're ready to stir up this, the chicken portion of the buffalo chicken dish that we're going to make. At this point, I like to put on my apron because it can get a little bit messy. So we're gonna just take 2 forks, and the chicken should be at the point where it's been cooking while that when you put the 2 forks to the chicken, it should shred like easy peasy. It should be really moist and tender and just shred itself apart. So with 2 forks, we're just going to find the chicken and easy shred. It's an easy shred. You just shred the chicken apart. You just take it and shred it. Now remember, this thing has been cooking for a long time. It is hot, hot, hot. If this thing splashes on you, get on your fingers, hit your side of your face or the side of your hands, Lord. You're going to feel it. Okay? So just take both breasts, and again, it's an easy shred. It should like almost fall apart because it's been cooking low and slow for a while. Add our jalapeno, diced jalapenos in it for a little extra kick. My son doesn't like it with the extra jalapenos, so we're just gonna leave it like that. But if you want to have it a little extra kick to it, add a little extra kick, you can add your diced jalapenos to your mixture before you grill the quesadillas. So you just mix that in. Now this can become two different combinations of meals. Once we let this cook for about another 40 minutes on high, we're going to turn it off, and it's going to get it's going to solidify to a more thicker consistency, because remember we had the block of cream cheese, we added our salt, our pepper, our chicken, and our buffalo sauce in there. So after you do your quesadillas, if there's any left over, what you can do is you can either add some chicken stock or some milk or cream, whatever you have, half and half, whatever, and thin it out a little bit, and you can use it as a dip. You can put a little bit more hot sauce in it and some jalapenos at that point. You can add black beans, corn, if you like, to make it into a dip. So you get two uses out of it. You get the filling for the quesadilla, and also you get yourself a chicken buffalo dip afterwards by adding some black pepper, some onions, some black beans, not black pepper, but adding some black beans, corn, some tomatoes, and thinning it out, and you get a second dip as your second meal for this. So that's the buffalo chicken for our buffalo chicken quesadillas. All right, guys, so welcome back. Like I said, we have a little short segment called Kicking It because the youngest, my cameraman, doesn't like tuna casserole, which we made for dinner, but that's okay.
Disgusting.
I'm one of those spoiling dads. If he likes something else, I'll cook it for him. One of the meals that he does like is the buffalo chicken quesadilla. So we've made all of that. Now we're just going to put it together. So what I just got was some flour tortilla, whatever brand you like. I'm not sponsored by anybody, so I'm not going to show you the brand I got. Just some flour tortilla. You can use the flour, you can use the corn. So generally we make 4 of these, and it usually satisfy him with that. And we'll just need some butter, and this butter is at room temperature. So what I'll do is I'll butter one side of the flour tortilla and put that down. Butter another side and lay the butter side of the tortillas onto each other. So the butter sides stay on top of each other like so. It's real easy, real simple, but a really tasty meal. So we have 4 tortillas buttered up, and we're going to use that same spoon that I just got rid of. So I got to get another spoon. Well, we have a spoon. My sous chef had it all prepared. So here's the inside. Here's the buffalo chicken that we're going to put inside of the quesadilla. And I had some shredded cheese, and I used the shredded cheese to seal the quesadillas, which I'm going to show you in just a minute. Gave my hands a wash. So if you don't have a grill, dads, we can do this on the stove top in a pan. No big deal. But I happen to have a grill, and it makes it just a little easier. So we'll put a tortilla on. We'll use the filling. We'll put it halfway through. My son likes it to have a lot of filling in it, so I'll do about that much in the center. Then we're going to take our cheese, and this is the cheese we're going to use, this shredded cheddar cheese that we use for our tuna casserole, and I put it on the edge so when you close up your quesadilla with a spatula, you close it up evenly, it'll seal it better. Now, another thing that my son likes is to have the cheese on the quesadilla.
Oh, yeah, for the crispiness. Yeah.
Yes, right? Don't you like that? He likes that. So we put the cheese on top of the one side of the quesadilla so it'll melt into that. So by the time we flip it, it'll be grilled on the other side. So it's only on one side, and then we'll cut them, plate them, and it'll be time to eat. All right, so we're going to flip these. And like I said, I put the cheese on top, so we're about to flip it.
Ooh, that looks
nice
good,
golden
yeah.
brown, right? That's how he likes them. So they're very hot, but the other side's gonna be melted, so it gets it a little crispy. And as we go, they're getting lighter, but you know, leave that on for them. So after we flip the other side, we're just gonna take a pizza cutter and we're gonna cut them in fours, plate it up, and it'll be time for the testing. And guess who gets the test? The youngest.
Me.
We reflipped it to the cheese side, so you just get a pizza cutter, and like I said, we're gonna cut them in four. So I go down the middle, center. That happens, and that's okay. That's deliciousness coming out, talking to you. And then I have his rice ready, and I'll just take the quesadillas and fan them out.
Well, so my dad has made this, Chef Manny. But basically, the way I like to eat my quesadillas, so like if you look here, the cheese, crunchy outside. So let's try it. Very good. Like out here, there's cheese, but it's not too much where it's like outfilling and like falling on your fingers or anything. But it is still a little hot. I like to eat it a little cooler, so the cheese is like more dense. But very good. So congrats to Chef Manny.
What's all that extra stuff you like? Is that just extra hot sauce?
So basically the way we make the buffalo chicken is we put this in it for the buffalo sauce. So I like mine to be saucy, so I always do this with like grilled cheeses, basically with everything, but I dip it into the extra sauce that we have left over and make it a more enjoyable experience.
Dadznight2cook. It is Dadznight2cook. From the pantry he'll take a look book to see what we'll dine on tonight. What you're gonna cook, Dad, what we're gonna eat. His recipe's great, it is a must. When he cooks, he makes believe and trust, and a wonderful meal on the table. Yummy for our tummy, it is as long